What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the reaction for OSHI no Code. Today we're on season 3, episode 9. This one is called Greed and Passion. Last episode was a banger. I really enjoyed it. The main storylines going on were kind of the aftermath of Aqua's decision to out him and his family as being I's relatives, and him and Ruby being her children. That was the big thing last episode. I didn't even talk about it in my review portion. I don't think that Ruby kind of said that she's basically done with Aqua now. So there's gonna be a new dynamic there, which I made a whole point of talking about in last episode. I'm surprised I actually didn't mention this in the outro, but the fact that Aqua believed that Ruby would be okay with it just because she said she'd be okay with causing herself pain in order to help out Kana, but that doesn't mean that she'd be okay with him doing this, because this is like an extreme, and he took it to that extreme, and she was rightfully so not okay with what he just did. And so she was like, he's not your brother anymore. So like she went the big, completely severed ties almost is what it feels like. So we're kind of see how their interactions are now on. And then the other thing was, it kind of leading on to that really was that there's making a movie in progress, starring all the people we've seen in the past, a lot of people we've seen in the past anyway. And there was going to be a lead role was going to give it to this person. I can't remember what her name was. Maybe Yura or Kura, something like that. Like Kura, Yura, maybe something like that. But and that leads to like the second big thing, that she was actually going to be the lead role of this movie, and it's because she's this big name that we've never really seen before, but turns out we really have, because she was the body that we saw at the end of like last season, who was killed by what seems to be Aqua's father, who masterminded Ai's death as well. So he has some weird kink with doing this to these girls, and so I'm really interested to see kind of like what his issue is, what his game is in the future. But Greed and Passion is the one for this episode. So not guaranteed, but it stands to be a good episode from considering where we left off. I really want to see how they're going to handle what happened to this girl Yura, or whatever this blue-haired girl's name was, because if that just happened right now, then I don't know what they're going to do when they find out, and how this is going to impact with the idea for the movie, and how they're going to be like, oh, the person who who's going to bleed Ai was murdered just like I was, which is kind of crazy. But or did that happen in the past, like when did it happen back then when we first saw it? But if that was the case, then why has nobody reported on it since then, because of how big she is? I mentioned most of that in the last outro, but I just kind of wanted to repeat that because that's just kind of my main thinking going into this. But yeah, I talked for way longer than I normally do at the start of these things, but I think that is all the points that I wanted to get out of here. So yeah, let's just do it. So as always, my social in the description. Make sure you leave a like in the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you want those full length reactions, will be the Patreon link at the top of the description as well. Alright, OSHI no Ko. Let's do it.
その1、映画プロデューサーの助力を得る。
さあ、お金稼ぎの時間だよ。企画書は僕の方で整えておいたから、君は作品への思いを語ってくれればいい。
Okay, we're getting into the director stuff of this industry. I do like that they take the time to do this, like really give us like the industry insights in this show.
いくつかの会社から出資。
Some of my favorite parts about it, honestly.
社会現象って呼べるほどのムーブメントを起こせるのは巨額の金が動くコンテンツしかありえない。
社会。
Interesting way to think about that.
より多くの人により長く。
Definitely. It's natural.
の評価に興味ないけど。
It's not really I guess it is slightly backhanded, but
噂じゃ音信不通とか聞いたけど。
Yikes.
あったんだろうね。それでもキャスト候補は僕が過去に仕事を振ったり世話した。
That's crazy, man.
調べてある。 こういう時のために
Just MIA, so nobody's realized that she's dead yet?
体制だよ。さて、このうちの何人が恩を返してくれるだろうね。
役者
I just gotta take a second, man. That's so sad, bruh. What happened to that girl? Just a normal, nice little girl, and she's just gonna be swept under the rug for now. She was, I mean, I don't even know what her relationship to this guy was, like how she knew Aqua's father. Like I don't even know how she knew him, but it's just sad that she died, man. The way her eyes faded, it's a very chilling image is the best word description to use in my head. Just is the way thinking about her eyes fading away and just this disgusting guy who just snuffed her lights out, man. And she's probably just rotting in the woods somewhere, nobody finding her. And I really hope that's not how her story. I mean, we barely even knew her, but like it was weird how they did that. She showed her dying like last season, and now it's come up, and I don't know. We'll see where that goes.
タランチュラまみれの落とし穴に落とされる。2、マシンガンで全身蜂の巣にされる。3、隕石が落ちてきてものすごい勢いでぺちゃんこにされる。
What are these options for?
何の話だよ。
いいから答えなさいよ。
じゃあ3の隕石。一思いに死ねた方がしんどくない。
Oh, fair enough.
を選んだ人はアホ
I was thinking option 1, to be honest, yeah.
一人だけで毒はないんで。
Because my life isn't in danger, but
あんたも有名になったもんね。人前でおい。
here he got name recognition now.
でも困ったわね。外で名前呼ぶときどうしたら
I know this has come out of nowhere, but I have to say it because I didn't talk about her at all last episode. I'm starting to think that Akane's just not a main character anymore at all, really. Or was she ever? I mean, and Memcho rarely does. I feel like Kana gets the most screen time out of the females on this show. Even Ruby was barely in the last episode, and it felt like Kana was in the episode more than she was. Like if I'm thinking about it, yeah, I mean, kind of. I kind of feel like, I mean, Ruby kind of was around, but Memcho was really not there. Akane is like in and out of episodes. Like I just wish they all got more focus than they do. Not just that I dislike Kana or anything. It just feels like it kind of definitely. It's like Aqua's obviously the main character. Then out of the other characters, which are all basically females, so basically out of all the females, it's definitely Kana who gets the most shine. And then it's Ruby. I think maybe Ruby sometimes gets more shine, but it's like Ruby or Kana, depending on the time. And then it's like everybody else down here, Mem, Akane, like, and then even farther, those girls from Ruby's school and stuff that don't really matter. But like out of Biko Machi and Akane, it is Akana who I feel gets the most screen time, followed closely by Ruby, and then I would say probably Akane and then Memcho. But they're both of them are much farther away from these two. That's just something I noticed during this show.
じゃあ私収録あるから。またねあーくん。
I'm telling you, I don't want this to happen at all. She's like, oh, I said the friend thing before I knew he was single, but now that he's single, oh look at Memcho is. But now that I know that he's single, I'm interested actually. I don't want it to happen, bro. I'm sorry, I just don't. I like Akane too much. I don't like the way he did her. I'd hate to see him code switch now.
てもらえると大変助かるメムジョなわけで。
心配には及ばない。
お、
俺はもう自分が幸せになろうなんて甘い。
He said, handle this tactfully. That's kind of like how I'm saying. I already think he hasn't, to be honest.
火蓋はもう切られた。計画は予定通りに進んでいる。
I've done a lot of pausing this episode, but I gotta know if anyone sees this. Not that I dislike him either, but like, I don't have like an opinion on him because, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about. It's obvious, but like, are we supposed to like Aqua? Like his personality traits are just very antagonistic to me. Like they're very just like they irritate me a little bit. Like I get why you're doing this, but because this is not personal, like the investment he has in this is not something I would personally have. He's just sometimes hard to connect to, and the lengths he's willing to go for this revenge, and like the way he treats people and the coldness he has and brings to other people. It's just hard to enjoy his character sometimes. Like he's just this whole thing, even like this happiness that Kana has. How am I supposed to enjoy it? Like it obvious he's not interested in that, and even if he was, he probably manipulated in some way. He dusted Akane. Like he's the way he's kind of done this whole thing without Ruby's real consent, in my opinion, and now he's just completely fine with his sister just shutting him out, and he's just gonna go on with his day because it's all in the part of the plan. It has to be done. Like he's playing like the martyr. I have to not be happy with anyone so I can take this guy out. Like nobody asked you to do this. This is not your destiny, man. Like I don't know, man. It's just hard to connect with him sometimes. This girl comes back. Like I've never understood what her role is in the story. What'd she say? I didn't really catch the whole thing. Look at you, a star-crossed here.
女優としてこの芸能界に骨をうずめる覚悟ができたから。
Fair enough. I mean, she already has a decent amount of gigs. She probably could live her life on acting.
愛役だけどさ、知らぬいフリルが積もれそうだ。
脇役じゃなきゃスケジュール抑えられないって話じゃなかった。
Oh, I thought she was going to be in them. Now Frill's going to be the main? Okay.
だらしい。主演は作品の顔だからね。
So she's going to come into the story more, maybe?
嘘をついているんだから。
すまんな。
Damn.
そういや、愛が子供を産んだのもこれくらいの年だったか。
Why do you say that? What you think is going to happen? Or do you think she going never don't even put that emotion.
自分で渡せよ。
私が持ってたら絶対に紛失するでしょ?
Okay, I was about to ask, why would she give them to him if she could just do that herself? But like, she just thought she'd lose it, I guess.
絶対だよ。
Or is that? I don't know. Did she think something was going to happen to her? Because why would she do that?
なぜ愛はなくなる直前に。
Yeah, there is more to that, definitely.
愛役に星のルビーを押したいと思っている。
Oh, Frill's not going to do it? They just want Ruby to do it? Okay. Well, we'll see. It's probably going to be Ruby now that they made that point.
五番も監督も新作、台本読んだんだけどさ。
Does that annoy you guys sometimes, like when like someone's eating food and the subtitles feel the need to incorrectly spell the words to match the fact that they're mumbling their words because of the fact that they have food in their mouth? It's sometimes it's a fun detail, but it's just like sometimes it just throws me off. I try to read things and I'm like, what? I weed, and then it says and it just kind of got me confused. But I don't hate it, but sometimes it annoys me.
トップタレントに対してオーディションなんて絶対かけないのが日本の芸能界。
That's not even just Japanese auditions.
勝負しようよルビー。負けたらオファーを断る。
Okay.
人が選ばれるでしょ。言うならば個人間オーディション。
Interesting way to do things. Damn, my girl.
主演候補。
Oh, she a lead role candidate too?
近破局宣言出たばっかりだし。でも仮にも一度は姉と呼んだ関係、うまく対応しないと。
I hate it, man. I just knew this was gonna happen, bro.
白縫さん。
Just whatever, man. I'm gonna be salty about this for a while, man. I can't lie.
さすがにオファーが来てない段階の人に台本見せるわけにはいかないから。
I was about to say, isn't there something about that?
なんとなく私がテーマを決めるから、それに応じてエチュードする感じでどう？それでいいよ。
Does that really prove to you, without a shadow of a doubt, that someone else is better for a role than you, though?
最近は誰も信じてくれなくなった。
She's doing some type of monologue from something, but I don't think I've ever heard of this before. But if you like it, I love it. If it's good, it's good. If the show tells me it's good, then
どうしたらいいんだろう。
I'll believe it.
でも私にしか出せない魅力があると思うので、そのあたりも感情に入れてほしいかな。
I feel like I don't know how this is supposed to work, man.
ルビーにとって嘘とはどういうもの？
Look at the eyes change. I just try to understood the idea behind the game, but just right there. But we'll see how it develops. Alright, so that was season 3, episode 9, Greed and Passion. Yeah, good episode. Just kind of following through with what we saw last episode. Kind of the getting more progress on this movie that they're making. And I was starting to think they weren't going to acknowledge it, but they did kind of mention the end of last episode with what happened to that girl. And but it was kind of just like a fleeting point of this episode, but not really focused on too much. I really do hope we get back to that storyline at some point with what he did to that girl and all of that. But then we're kind of really focusing on the movie aspect of this. And so over this episode, they were just kind of trying to, this episode was really just kind of talking about like getting to the point of, you know, production of, you know, getting the casting, the funding, the, you know, getting attaching like producers, this and that. So it was fun to go through all of that. Then there's, you know, them trying to get the lead role, figure out who the lead's gonna be. It's between Frill, Akane, and Ruby. It was gonna be this Frill girl because she's the most popular, but apparently Ruby is really good for this, which makes sense. They've been showing the similarities between her and I many times throughout this whole show. So it makes a lot of sense if she gets the role. I feel like Ruby is gonna get the role, but I'm interested to see where they go with it. Cause I don't think it's 100% that she would. I think there is a world where they write it where she doesn't get it, but I feel like it's more likely that they wrote it that she does, if that makes any sense. Yeah, kind of saw everyone in this episode. Akane was in it, Memcho was in it. Memcho was in it very barely, but she was in it. She really don't do much, does she? Yeah, and that, you know, Kana knows that they're broken up now. We'll see what she does with that. Then there was a small scene with that random child ghost girl, and that was it. She said this one cryptic thing, like what'd she say? She said acting like a star-crossed hero. Look at you. Yeah. So I'm like, she just said one really vague cryptic thing, and then that was like her only scene in the episode. So I don't know what I'm supposed to take of that. Then yeah, it ended off with them going into this potential audition to see who gets the lead role of I. And that was basically the episode. Interesting stuff. The next episode is literally called Private Audition, so we're really gonna probably spend the most of the episode finishing out whatever this audition is supposed to be, where I'll finally be caught back up with the current events of OSHI no Ko. I'm basically caught up. I'm only missing the one that came out just like 2 days ago now, so not even a full 2 days probably, but so you know, I'm not too far behind now that I'm not too far behind in my head. I still have to get these up on YouTube. By that time that happens, I'll probably still be pretty far behind, but at least I've watched them for the most part. I'm gonna finish another one, the last one, probably in the morning or something. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys for this one. So as always, my social in the description. Make sure if you're liking the video, subscribe to the channel. And if you want those full length reactions, will be in the Patreon link top of the description as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.